As parents to a young child, you notice some symptoms that have been constantly occurring in your child's life. They are frequently urinating, unusually thirsty, are often extremely fatigued, and have been experienced blurry vision. These symptoms begin to worry you, so you take your child to go see a doctor. After running some blood tests, the doctor tells you that your child has type 1 diabetes, and the doctor explains that this is a kind of autoimmune disease, and that your child will need insulin injections for the rest of their life. After leaving the doctor's office, you're a little confused about everything the doctor has said. You've probably heard of diabetes before, but you're not too sure what an autoimmune disease is and how it works. So I'm here today to break it down for you and explain the aspects to what diabetes is, what an autoimmune disease is, and in general how our immune system functions. To start off, I'm going to explain how our immune system works. Basically, the function of our immune system is to fight off against anything that could cause possible harm to our body. Something that's harmful to our body is what we call an antigen. And in order to fight against this, we have something called dendritic cells, or they're also known as antigen-presenting cells. And basically what they do is they cut up a part of the antigen called the epitope, and they do this in order to present it to our cells known as the T cells. T cells help fight against and destroy the antigens that could cause possible harm to our body. So by presenting it, it is able to bind to the receptor on the T cell and lead to the destruction of the antigen. When we eat on a daily basis, we consume what we call carbohydrates. This is also known as sugar molecules. And carbohydrates are needed by our body because they're used as an energy source to perform different bodily functions in different parts of our body. And these functions keep us going on a daily basis. So as we consume carbohydrates, our blood sugar level increases. And this is where what we call insulin comes into play. Insulin is produced by the beta islet cells which come from our pancreas. Insulin is needed to guide the sugar to different parts of the body. When blood sugar levels are too high, insulin sends the sugar to our liver. As the blood sugar levels decrease, our body needs that sugar, so insulin will send it to the different parts of the body. Think of insulin as a postal worker, and the different parts of the body are the different mailboxes that the postman has to deliver the sugar to. So as the doctor told you before, type 1 diabetes is a kind of autoimmune disease. Well, an autoimmune disease is where cells in our body are mistaken as foreign cells, as antigens, as I previously described. So your immune system will attack your cells thinking they will cause harm to your body. In the case of diabetes, the antigen they think is causing harm are the beta islet cells. So the T cells will attack and destroy the beta islet cells, which means that you will no longer be able to produce insulin. If our body cannot produce any insulin, it cannot regulate the sugar levels, and sugar levels will get too high, which is dangerous for us. And that is what led to the symptoms that your child had before you took him to the doctor. So in order to balance the sugar levels in our body, that is why the insulin shots are needed. As well, with a child with diabetes, you have to monitor his sugar levels all the time using a blood sugar monitor. Usually insulin is taken before a meal because after you consume the meal, the carbohydrates in your blood need to be directed to different parts of the body. Currently, we don't know the cause of autoimmune diseases, but scientists believe it's possible that it comes from the environment that your child may come from or the genetics within your family. I hope this presentation helped give you an idea about how the immune system works and how diabetes functions in the body, and I hope you're able to help your child out throughout their life as they go through having diabetes.